In today's Ugly News, we're going to take a look at the Dr. Dennis Gross collagen lawsuit, and someone's trying to steal Britney Spears from Revlon. But first of all, Walgreens have just dropped a new premium skincare line that combines high-end quality with budget-friendly prices. Heather Hughes, who is the Walgreens Group Vice President for Health and Beauty, said, "As we focus more on areas like women's health and beauty, this new skincare line is a game changer for anyone who wants luxury skincare without breaking the bank. When compared to other similar products sold by big brands, our premium skincare line is at least 50% cheaper, making quality skincare more accessible to everyone." And as you can see, they're clearly dupes of some very, very popular and even viral skincare products. The most obvious to me being the Youth to the People cleanser dupe, the Glow Recipe dupe, and Laneige dupe, and of course, the Ordinary dupes too. As we know, duping a product is more than putting in similar ingredients and putting it in very similar looking packaging. It's all about formulation, but these look like really good alternatives. When we look at the Youth to the People superfood cleanser dupe, which they just call their gentle cleanser, which they say removes makeup, sunscreen, and excess oil without stripping your skin, it's $10.99 instead of $39 for 8 ounces, and it has some gentle exfoliants, aloe, green tea, spinach, and kale leaf extract, and vitamin C. That superfoodness, right? It really looks like a great alternative. Whereas the watermelon AHA mask, which they say helps your skin look brighter and plumper, which is $18.99 instead of the $40 for the Glow Recipe alternative, both being 60 millimeters. Again, nice exfoliants, watermelon extract, niacinamide. It looks like a great overnight brightening evening exfoliating mask. For $18.99, it looks good. The Ordinary dupes are probably the only ones that I would say you may as well just buy the original. The Walgreens Niacinamide Serum is $5.99 for 30 milliliters, and the Ordinary is $6 for 30 milliliters, but you're essentially losing the zinc in the Walgreens one, which is a nice bonus in the Ordinary one. Look, whilst I don't love duping culture, I think it's great that there is a collection that is all about bringing luxury skincare to everyone at basically half the price. The Glow Recipe one for me is a little bit too on the nose, is a little bit M&Co for me, but I don't mind a dupe if it means that people can get a taste of something and join in on the fun with something that is usually out of their budget or out of reach for them. I think it's nice. L'Occitane Korea apologizes over topless photos of K-pop star. The French beauty brand L'Occitane recently apologized after one of their employees leaked inappropriate photos of Mingyu, the new Asian ambassador, and he is from the K-pop group 17. Now, the incident occurred when an employee shared photos on social media showing their phone's photo album, which was filled with images of Mingyu from a recent photo shoot. And among these pictures were topless pictures of him, primarily photos of him from a showering scene, which he filmed for the campaign. Now, the images were taken from the side of the photographer and through monitors, and they weren't official shots. The employee captioned the post with "Mingyu takes up most of the space in my photo album. I can't delete them now, but I feel like it's time to sort them out." Fans of 17 were understandably upset when they saw the post and quickly filed formal complaints with L'Occitane, accusing the brand of violating Mingyu's privacy. K-pop stans, when you piss them off, they will come for you and they will bring you down. They will bring you down. And as the backlash grew, L'Occitane Korea, L'Occitane or L'Occitane, I can't remember. Anyway, they issued an official apology on September the 3rd. They said, "We sincerely apologize for the unauthorized release of photos from our Asia ambassador campaign that was shared on the personal social media of one of our employees. We take full responsibility for this breach and deeply regret what has happened." They continued saying, "We take this matter very seriously and deeply regret the distress caused to Mingyu and his fans. We've already suspended the employee involved and removed them from all duties." Fans, however, expressed frustration, feeling that the disciplinary action wasn't severe enough and that further steps were needed to ensure protection of Mingyu's privacy. Now, Mingyu has remained silent on the issue, with much of the attention coming from his fans and the brand's response. As someone who has worked on photo shoots and sets before with celebrities, but even without celebrities, the very basics of working on set, you need permission to post any behind the scenes. Again, not just whether it's a celebrity or not, but if it is a celebrity, don't do that. Don't be taking these behind the scene pictures, and even better, don't allow superfans on set. That's it. This is an interesting one. Now, Revlon has accused former execs of poaching Britney Spears' license. And by that, I don't mean her license, I mean the license they have with Britney and her fragrances. Revlon's Elizabeth Arden has made millions over the years by selling Britney Spears' fragrances. I didn't know how popular they were. I thought they were like cute, but I didn't realize they are extremely popular. But now they're saying that some of their ex-employees stole the brand and took it to a new rival company. So here's what's going on. On August the 26th, Revlon filed a lawsuit in Manhattan claiming that 4 ex-employees took away trade secrets and breached their contracts when they left to join a competitor called Give Back Beauty. And what's even worse is that they're alleging that they took Britney's fragrance account with them. At first, the delay in renewing Britney's 20-year perfume deal was kind of chalked up to her being busy with other things. She wasn't quite ready to re-sign, blah, 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 blah. But Revlon claims that they later found out that their own executives were secretly planning this corporate heist behind their backs. Now, Revlon's legal team is accusing these former employees, Vanessa Kidd, Dominic Romeo, Reed Mulvihill, and Ashley Farce, of working with Give Back Beauty to steal the Britney deal. None of the individuals involved in the lawsuit have responded yet, but Give Back Beauty is denying all the accusations. They're saying the claims have no merit and that they're ready to fight this in court. So Britney first teamed up with Elizabeth Arden back in 2004 for her first perfume, Curious, and it was a huge hit, as I mentioned. So popular, pulling in over $100 million in sales in its first year, that was. And over the years, Britney's fragrances have sold like crazy. By 2013, Curious had sold over 500 million bottles, and her partnership with Elizabeth Arden was bringing in about 30 million a year. So according to Revlon, they were in the middle of renegotiating the partnership when the drama started. They say Give Back Beauty had been plotting to snatch the Britney fragrance business since earlier this year, even reaching out to Elizabeth Arden staffers as far back as February. Revlon claims they had a tentative deal in place with Britney's team, but just as things were about ready to wrap up, their key staffers left for Give Back Beauty, and a month later, just a month later, Britney signed a new deal with Give Back Beauty. Now, Revlon's lawyers are saying that this was way too fast to be a coincidence, which I kind of agree with. I think that's true. And that the ex-employees, they must have shared some inside info to help Give Back Beauty score the deal, in my opinion. The lawsuit singles out Vanessa Kidd, who was actually Senior VP of Global Marketing at Revlon. She had worked on the Britney account for years and was allegedly the first to jump ship. The suit claims that whilst Kidd was still negotiating the Britney deal for Revlon, she secretly accepted a job offer from Give Back Beauty and was acting as a double agent. Now, before leaving, Kidd allegedly accessed over 250 files containing confidential information about the Britney partnership, which Revlon claims she took to Give Back Beauty to kind of help recreate the supply and distribution chains they'd spent 20 years building. So what are Revlon doing? What's going on? What's their goal here? They say they're ready to protect their intellectual property and they're confident they have a strong case. Obviously, this has nothing to do directly with Britney Spears herself. This is just like a business thing. I'm sure she has people making these decisions for her. So what do you think? Do you think Revlon will get their revenge or get Britney back? What do you think? Or have Give Back Beauty managed to pull off some amazing, weird fragrance heist? Let me know in the comments. There is a $9.2 million settlement involving Dr. Dennis Gross Skincare, and if you bought their C+ collagen products, you might be eligible for some cash. Now, all the way back in 2020, Dr. Dennis Gross Skincare was accused of misleading customers about the collagen in their C+ collagen line. People who bought these products say that they were tricked into buying something that didn't actually contain collagen. Then in November of 2020, Dr. Dennis Gross attempted to get the lawsuit dismissed, and that dismissal was denied. Then we fast forward again to April 2023, and the plaintiffs were granted class certification, but Dr. Dennis Gross was still ready to fight this lawsuit. So the issue surrounding the products in this lawsuit is all about how the brand's C+ collagen product labels use terms like collagen, amino acids, and vegan to suggest there are no animal byproducts in their formulas. However, the plaintiffs claim that Dr. Dennis Gross Skincare is selling a line of fake collagen products that actually don't contain any collagen. They argue that If consumers knew this, they wouldn't have purchased these products or even paid a premium for them because his products can get like a little bit pricey, right? The plaintiffs say that Dr. Dennis Gross's collagen claims are false and misleading, citing violations of California's false advertising law and other consumer protection laws. They want damages, injunctive relief, and their legal fees covered. The central argument here is about the collagen itself, right? The plaintiffs point out that collagen is a protein found in animals, not plants, and it's linked to benefits like youthful skin, hair, nails. In this case, in skincare, it's really just about plumping the skin. But since collagen isn't plant-based, they argue the vegan labeling is misleading. Dr. Dennis Gross, on the other hand, defends itself by stating that its products contain collagen amino acids, the building blocks of collagen, and are clearly labeled as vegan. So in 2020, the court found it plausible that a reasonable consumer could be misled by the product labels. The word collagen is prominently displayed on the front of all the packaging, and adding the phrase amino acids might not be enough to clear up the confusion. The court also noted that the vegan disclaimer was very small and very easy to miss. So in short, the court has ruled that consumers shouldn't have to scrutinize the fine print to figure out the truth or what they're putting on their skin. Fast forward to today, well, like a month ago, and as I mentioned, a settlement has been reached. The settlement affects anyone who purchased these products as far back as March the 10th of 2016 and June the 28th of 2024. Even though Dr. Dennis Gross hasn't admitted to doing anything wrong, no wrongdoing, they've agreed to a settlement of $9.2 million. Walmart's founder's daughter surpasses L'Oreal heiress as world's richest woman. Really exciting news in the world of billionaires, because we all love a billionaire, don't we? Alice Walton, daughter of Walmart's founder Sam Walton, has just become the world's richest woman. She now surpassed L'Oreal heiress Francoise Bettencourt Myers for the top spot. Alice, who co-manages Walton Enterprises, one of the key holding companies controlling around half of Walmart, now has a fortune of $95.7 billion. Landing her 17th place on Bloomberg's Billionaires Index. Interestingly, she's right behind her brother Rob Walton at number 16 with 98.3 billion, and their younger brother Jim Walton is number 13 at 101 billion. I mean, they are up there. That's a powerful family. Now, to give you some perspective, the Walton family controls around 50% of Walmart, the world's largest retailer. I think they even own Asda out here in the UK. And Walmart reported a massive $648 billion in revenue for a fiscal year of 2024. That makes them not just incredibly wealthy, but also extremely influential in the world of business. Now, as for Francoise Bettencourt Myers, why, I don't know why I'm saying her name so weird. Her net worth has dropped. Now she's only worth 89.9 billion, partly due to a dip in L'Oreal stock. Francoise inherited her fortune from her mother, Liliane Bettencourt, who was the wealthiest woman in the world before her passing in 2017. And today, Francoise oversees Tethys, the family holding company behind major brands like Lancome, Maybelline, and La Roche-Posay. Let's not forget there's a little bit of drama in the Bettencourt story too. Back in 2010, Liliane was the center of a political scandal in France, which led to some serious investigations. So the story isn't just about cosmetics and billions. Let me know if you want a full video on that. I think that could be really interesting. Let me know what you think about these stories down below. I'd love to know what you think of those Walgreens products. They're interesting. And let me know what you think of duping culture in general in the comments down below. You can watch the rest of the Ugly News playlist here, some general light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.